Hey, Roger LeBlanc here of Lazy Better USA with another Kentucky Derby look back. This time we're going back to 1997. You can find the whole video series on our YouTube channel, Instant Value Handicapping, or on SoundCloud or Spotify, or at our website, lazybetterusa.com. So, 1997, the Kentucky Derby, that one's a special one for me. It marks a turning point in my handicapping in general and in the Kentucky Derby in particular. 1997 is the year that an overachiever named Silver Charm won the Kentucky Derby, but he also redefined the word stamina for me. Now, most handicappers would define stamina as a strong late run in a longer race, a race at 1.125 or 1.25 or longer. As I point out in my book, The Lazy Bettor's Guide to the Kentucky Derby, though, stamina maybe should be redefined. Now, this video series is called the Kentucky Derby Look Back, and if you look back, 1997, the favorite that year was a late closing horse named Captain Bodgett. And if you look back at recent years, the most hyped horses coming up to the Derby were horses like Essential Quality last year, Classic Empire a few years ago, Wicked Strong, Exaggerator. None of those horses won the Kentucky Derby. All of them were the classic late closing stamina types. So let's consider, before we look at this 1997 Kentucky Derby, what's the better definition of stamina? Is it a horse, say horse A, who runs slowly through the first 3/4 of a mile and then ramps up speed for the last quarter of a mile, half a mile of the Kentucky Derby or of the prep race prior to the Derby? Or is it horse B, who runs hard early and perseveres late? I'd say the better definition of stamina is horse B, the horse who is running hard through the entire race and not just through the second half of the race. And we have perfect examples of both in 1997. That's why this is one of my favorite years to look back at. So horse A, the horse who runs hard only late this year, is Captain Bodgett. And if you look at his Florida Derby, his final prep before the Kentucky Derby, you'll see classic stamina horse. He kind of hangs out at the back of the pack for the first half of the race and turns in an enormous late run to win that race going away. He looks great doing it. He looks like the exact perfect horse you'd want for stretching out to 1.25 miles in the Derby. But you go to the other coast, the Santa Anita Derby, and you see Silver Charm running the exact opposite style. He gets into a wicked pace duel with a filly named Sharp Cat. This was a D. Wayne Lucas filly who was exceptionally fast, knew only one way to run, and that was to go to the lead all out. And Silver Charm and his rider, Gary Stevens, decided to go with Sharp Cat and battle head to head. They went through 6 furlongs in 1:09 and change. To put that in context, the average 6 furlong time of the Santa Anita Derby is closer to 1:11 flat. So they were running 5 to 7 lengths faster than average there. Sharp Cat fades from the pace duel, which would be expected. You'd also expect Silver Charm to fade badly. And he takes over in the stretch. And sure enough, on the outside, here comes Free House, a graded stakes winner, closing. You can see he's going to roll right on by Silver Charm, but in the final yards, what happens? Silver Charm fights back and almost comes back to beat him by a head. Now, if that's not stamina, I don't know what is. And going into the Kentucky Derby, that was the view I had, which was completely different than how I had looked at things before. So from that point on, my view of the Kentucky Derby has been to look for speed, look for that stamina in the non-traditional way, horses with early speed who can hold on. And as you can see in the 1997 Kentucky Derby, It's Silver Charm versus Captain Bodget in the stretch. Captain Bodget is closing and closing and closing, and he just can't catch Silver Charm because Silver Charm has this tremendous stamina and keeps holding him off. Wins the Kentucky Derby by a head. So that was your look back at a classic run of the Derby, 1997. Be sure to check out the rest of the series on our YouTube channel, Instant Value Handicapping. Check out our Kentucky Derby material for this year on our website, lazybettorusa.com. And if you feel like listening while you drive, click on the podcast at SoundCloud, Spotify, or your favorite podcast host. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.